cool for a second, buddy. That. Right. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. If for some reason something like that happens, I believe that it is in our rule that you would get like a do-over, okay? So if that stuff is hard to turn off, so we haven't made arrangements for that, but that should be the last one. So I'm Mrs. Binky for the couple of people in the room that might not know me, and I'm the Lawton High Poetry Out Loud coordinator. And this is our 16th year in Lawton to have Poetry Out Loud, or 16th year at Lawton High. And in the programs, it tells you a little bit about like what the next rounds would look like for the winner today. And there is a lot of great perks for learning some fantastic poetry and reciting it. And we are so appreciative of our 4 competitors today. And then our judges here to help us to conduct our competition. We have Maureen Durant from the LRC, Dr. Morris from Cameron, and Poudrier from the Lawton, City of Lawton. And so you might see his name around town for a lot of the really cool, associated with a lot of the really cool things happening in town right now. And Ms. Santos is your accuracy judge, competitors. So let me tell you a little bit about how that works, because I know in the classroom competitions it might look a little different than it would look here. If you add any word, as opposed, for instance, if you say prompt, that would add a word, and it would count against you in your accuracy score. So if you are needing to be prompted, okay, then you just pause, you look at her contact and give her a little brief nod, and then she'll give you the next word or two in accordance with those, okay? And then whoever is the winner today, right after the competition results, I'd like to go ahead and present certificates of participation, and then a certificate to the winner, and a little Sonic gift card prize as well. Okay, so get started, and we are going to go in order of the program by way of 2 rounds. So you'll go in order of the program, and you'll do your first poem. You'll recite your first poem first in round 1, and then you'll come back around and do the second poem for your next one. For the judges, when they're done scoring, they're going to pass their sheets to Ms. Santos, who will give them to me, and then I'll be putting them into our spreadsheet. And so just give them a second before you hand off that mic to the next person. And just encourage you just to take your time. Stand here, compose yourself, take a deep breath, and give us your poem, okay? So as soon as you're ready, we'll let Isaiah begin. Here's your clip. There's no need to say the name or your grade because it's in the program. However, you do know that when you begin, you say this is the name of your poem, the name of your poet, and you just begin. Guys, do you think that we should give their name for the live stream? Would you prefer that, at least in the first round? We're getting a nod. So because it is live stream, I'd say go ahead and say I am. This is by, and begin. Okay. And if anybody has a cell phone that's not silenced, do so now, please. And the mic is on. You'll do the talking as well.
Okay. I am Isaiah Rogers, and this is Twilight by Naomi Shabab Nye. Where there's smoke, there are mirrors, and a dry ice machine, industrial quality fans, if I've learned anything about the present moment. But who doesn't love a flame, the way one leaps into being, full-fledged, then leans over to chat? Already, the light is retrospective, sourceless, is losing itself, though the trees are clearly limbed.
name is Sage Tanner, and this is Arrhythmia by Haley Lethauser. The heart of a bear is a cloud-shuttered mountain. The heart of a mountain's a kiln. The white heart of a moth has 19 white chambers. The heart of a swan is a swan. The heart of a wasp is a prick of plush. The heart of a skunk is a mink. The heart of an owl is part blood and part chalice. The fey mouse heart rides a dotty dust cart. The heart of a kestrel hides a house wren at nest. The heart of a lark is a czar. The heart of a scorpion is swidden and spark. The heart of a shark is a gear. Listen and tell, thrums the grave heart of humans. Listen well, love, for it's pitch dark down here.
I'm Jillian Redford, and this is Love Elegy in the Chinese Garden with Koi by Nathan McLean. Near the entrance, a tall patch of grass. Near the tall grass, long-stemmed plants, each bending an ear-shaped cone to the pond's surface, where, if you look closely, you can make out silvery koi swishing toward the clouded pond's edge, where a boy tugs at his mother's shirt for a quarter to buy fish feed, and looking at that boy as he knelt down to let the koi kiss his palms, I missed what it was to be so dumb as those koi. Still with their, I like to think they're pure, that's why even after the boy's palms were empty, after he had nothing left to give, they still kissed his palms. Because who hasn't done that? Loved something so intently even after everything has gone. Loved something that has washed its hands of you. I'd like to think I'm different now, that I'm enlightened somehow. But who am I kidding? I know I'm like those koi, still their popping mouths that would kiss those hands again if given the chance. So dumb.
My name is Lainey Perrine, and this is Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night by Dylan Thomas. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight and learned too late they grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men near death who see with blinding sight. Blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage against the dying of the light. And you, my Father, there on the sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage against the dying of the light.
is 300 Goats by Ray Armantrout. In icy fields, is water flowing in the tank? Will they huddle together, warm bodies pressing? Is it the year of the goat or the sheep? Scholars debating Chinese zodiac, father or leader. Oh, lead them to a warm corner, little ones toward bulkier bodies. Lead them to the bush, which cuts the icy wind, another frigid night swooping down. Aren't you worried about them? I asked my friend, who lives by herself on the ranch of goats, far from here near the town of Ozona. She shrugs, not really. They know what to do. They're goats.
This is Fairy Tale with Laryngitis and Resignation. This is Fairy Tale with Laryngitis and Resignation Letter by Jean Debreau. You remember the mermaid makes a deal, her tongue evicted from her throat, and moving is a knife cut with every step. This is what escape from water means. Dear colleagues, you write, for weeks I've been drafting this letter in the bright kingdom of my imagination. Your body is a ship of pain. Pleasure is when you climb the rocks and watch the moonlight, touching everywhere you want to go, a silver world called far away. Dear colleagues, you write, this place is only a few sentences contained by the cursor's rippling barrier. What happened here is only beaks and brackets, the seraph's liquid stroke. The old story has witches, a prince in love with the surging silence of women, a knife that turns the water red. You write, dear colleagues, now years are filed in the infinite oceans of bureaucracy. Everything bleaches or fades. In other words, goodbye. Sometimes it's possible to walk, although you've been told inside the oyster shell of your heart that there's no soul. Creatures like you must end as a spray of salt, green droplets floating breathless through the air.
Oh, right, I am next. This is To Helen by Edgar Allan Poe. Helen, your beauty is me as those Nicean barks of yore, that gently o'er a perfumed shore the weary, wayworn wanderer bore to his own native shore. On desperate seas long wont to roam, thy hyacinth hair, thy classic face, thy Naiad airs bring me home to the glory that was Greece and the grandeur that was Rome. Lo, on yon brilliant window niche, how statue-like I see thee stand, the agate lamp in thy hand, Psyche from the regions which are Holy Land.
This is a thank you note by Michael Ryan. For John Scoils. My daughter made drawings with the pens you sent, line drawings that suggest the things they represent. Different from any drawing she, at 10, had done, closer to real art, implying what the mind fills in. For her mother, she made a flower, fragile on its stem. For me, a lion, calm, contained, but not a handsome one. She drew a lion for me once before on a get well card and wrote, "I must be brave, even when it's hard." Such love is healing, as you know, my friend, especially when it comes unbidden from our children, despite the flaws they see so vividly in us. Who can love you as your child does? Your son, so ill, the brutal chemo, his looming loss owning you now. Yet you would be this generous to think of my child. With the pens you sent, she has made, I hope, a healing instrument.
Right. Thanks to technology and calculators and everything else, we already have the tallies. So first of all, I'd like to commend you guys. Like you are 4 people here who chose to do this, and it's hard. It's hard to memorize something, to get up in front of people, to push down the nerves, and you all did very wonderful. So let's give them a round of applause. Yeah, they earned that. Yeah, good job. And I love how you're rooting for each other too. So that's very sweet. Yeah. After we present the certificates and awards, let's get a few pictures up here, maybe around this, and just all of you together. And then if you're under 12th, if you're a 9th, 10th, or 11th 12th grader, we encourage you to stay with it and to come back, and I would love to see you again, okay? So without any further ado, our first place winner progressing to the next round. And if you read in the program, that means that this student will compete at UCO in Edmond. I believe it's in March. We'll get the date and everything. That student will have to recite 3 poems, 3 different rounds, and then that state winner who was chosen at that time gets a trip to Washington, D.C. with 1 chaperone paid for, and for a chance to win a first place prize of $20,000. And so, and I believe those are in scholarships. And for every time our students win, our library wins as well, and we get money to buy more poetry materials. So everybody wins, yeah? So our first place winner today, and if you'll just come forward, I'll present you with your certificate and your Sonnet gift card, and we'll need some information after, is Lainey. Good job. Let me set these down. I think we have to do, I'm not used to doing this part. So do it like this and like this, right? You grab that part.
I'm really sweaty.
That's okay. I don't blame you a bit. Don't blame you a bit. And then Isaiah and Jill and Sage, if you'll come up, I have certificates of participation for you, and happy that you were able to be with us today. So come on up. Sage is first right here in my hand already, so if you don't mind. And then I think Miss Bass is right there, and then we'll do our whole fancy shake, and you get us in between there. Okay. I'm not used to this part, so I don't have that fine-tuned. Sorry. Jill? Okay. Do this. Here's your dad. Then Miss Bass. did we miss it? You need us again? Sure, yeah. For Mom. Thank you. And Isaiah, come on up. Jill, stay up here with your certificate, and we'll get a group picture. Okay. Congratulations. And then look at these Miss Bass over there. Big smile, Isaiah. Okay. You guys stand maybe 2 on each side, and then you can see like what we're here for. If you split between, and then you can get the TV in between you. So like you 2 here, there. Scoot back just a little bit. Can I position you? Thank you, thank you, thank you. There you go. How's that? Is that okay? And did you want one with all 4 of them together in a separate spot, or is it good like that? What would you guys prefer?
Yeah, maybe all together in front of the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you do your thing. You guys are used to doing the pictures. However you want to make that happen.